grab a strap or a dog leash or something else that is long, a long towel if you don't already have one. I've gotten a lot of feedback that the dog leash is very confusing for many dogs. So apologize in advance if your dog is sorely disappointed that there is no walk involved with yoga. Come to your backs in a comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you this morning. Just start by noticing your breath. All 4 parts of your breath cycle. Your breath in. The space at the top of your breath. Your long breath out. And that pause right at the bottom. Just feeling how naturally your breath comes back in. And as you're ready to bring in movement, bend your knees, ground the soles of your feet about mat width. Slowly windshield wiper your knees side to side. And the next time that your knees come to the left, pause there. Reach your arms to the back right corner of the room. Gently press through the inside edge of your right foot, pressing your right knee forward. Big breath in. Long breath out. Your inhale, make your way back through center. And exhale, switch your sides. Gently press through the inside edge of your left foot, pressing your left knee forward. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And inhale, make your way back through center. And on your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Just take any intuitive movement here, rock left and right, circle your knees or your feet. Coming back to center, release your grip, extend your feet to the ceiling. Bring your hands behind your legs and gently draw your straight legs toward you. Big breath in. Hug your legs in a little bit closer as you breathe out. And then reach your hands up for your feet or shins or ankles. Exhale, take a happy baby. Bend your knees to the outsides of your rib cage. Maybe scrunch your face to the ceiling here a few times. Use that to find softness and contrast through all little muscles of your face. And releasing your jaw, take an open mouth breath in. And open mouth, sigh out. Another here, big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then release your feet, hug your knees back into your chest. Lower your left leg to the ground. Wrap your strap or other long prop around your right foot. Extend your right foot to the ceiling. Actively push your foot into your strap, engage your quad. Keep that strength, gently draw your straight right leg back toward you. keep actively squeezing your right quad. So you're using the strength in your quad through that reciprocal muscle inhibition to help lengthen your hamstring. And taking your strap in your left hand, cross your right leg over your left side, right into that space between your rib cage and your hip. Couple more full breaths here. Then keep your leg crossed over, but bring your right hip back to the ground if it's lifted. Pull your strap with your left hand gently to the left, resist. Pull your right leg back to center. Breathe right into your outer right hip and keep that right leg strong and straight as you pull it back to center. Take maybe 10 or 12 seconds to get there. So you're really resisting with that strap. And then when you get back to center, bend your right knee straight in toward your chest. Use your strap to hold your foot in place and then push your foot up into your strap. So you're breathing right into the back of your right glute and quad, anywhere else you feel this tug. Let your smile muscles in your shoulders soften, breathe in. Keep everything soft, but on your exhale, push your foot up even more firmly. Actively engaging your right quad and glute. And then keep this strength, push your right leg all the way straight. Strap in your right hand, open your right leg to the right, only so far as your left hip stays on the ground. Big breath in. Long breath out. And then strap in your right hand, gently hold or pull your strap to the right, resist. Pull your right leg back to center, breathe right into your right inner thigh this time. And again, take that 10 or 12 seconds to get back to center. When you get back to center one more time, push your foot into your strap, engage your quad. Keep that strength and that straightness, gently draw your straight leg towards you. Just one more breath in. And on your exhale, release your strap, hug your right knee in toward your chest. And then bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over your left quad, reverse pigeon, or that inclined figure 4. Just gently draw your legs toward you. Let your shoulders soften in the back of your head and your neck. Couple more full breaths here. And then stay on this same side, but release your hands, slide your right leg further over to the left. So you cross right at the top of your inner thighs. Reach your hands for opposite shins or feet or ankles, whatever's most accessible. Gently draw your legs toward you. You can adjust the angle of your feet and your shins, pointing more toward the sides or more toward the ground, just feeling that difference in stretch. Big breath in. Hug your legs and breathe out. And then release your hands, unwind your legs, bring your knees to a 90-degree angle over your hips. Roll all the way to your left. Stack your right hip and knee on top of your left. Keep your hips stacked, peel open through your right side. So you're using the stacking of your hips to shift this twist up higher on your spine to your mid-upper back. So higher than when we crossed our right leg over with this strap. Big breath in. Long breath out. And then as you're ready, make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And then lower your right leg to the ground, wrap your strap around your left foot. Extend your left foot to the ceiling. Straighten your left leg all the way so you're actively pushing your foot into your strap, engaging your quad. And then keep that strength. Gently draw your straight leg toward you. Big breath in. Hug your leg in a little bit closer. Breathe out. And then take your strap in your right hand. Cross your left leg over your right side. Breathe right into that space between your left rib cage and hip. Couple more full breaths here. And then strap in your right hand, gently hold or pull your strap to the right, resist. We'll actually start with, bring your left hip back to the ground if it's lifted. Keep your leg crossed over. Now resist, pull your left leg back to center. Breathe right into your outer left hip. When you get back to center, bend your left knee straight in toward your chest. Use your strap to hold your leg in place. Actively push your foot up into your strap. Breathe right into the back of your left leg or glute, wherever else you feel this tug. And let your shoulders and your jaw and the back of your neck and head soften. Breathe, big breath in. Keep holding your leg bent, but push your foot up even more firmly. And then keep this same pressure of your foot against the strap to push your leg all the way straight. Strap in your left hand, open your left leg to the left, only so far as your right hip stays on the ground. Big breath in. Long breath out. And then keep your right hip grounded. Strap in your left hand, gently pull your strap to the left, resist, pull your left leg back to center. Breathe right into your left inner thigh. Keep extending your left knee all the way, so leg all the way straight, quad engaged as you pull your left leg back to center. And then when you get back to center, one more time, push your foot into your strap, squeeze your quad, gently draw your straight leg towards you. Another breath in. And exhale, release your strap by your side. Hug your left knee into your chest. And then bend your right knee, cross your left ankle over your right quad. Reverse pigeon, or that incline figure 4. Few more full breaths here. Notice if your shoulders can soften more from where they're at. Maybe by softening your fingers to start. And then stay on the same side, but release your hands. Slide your left leg further over to the right. So you cross right at the top of your legs. Reach your hands for opposite shins. Gently draw your legs towards you. And as on the other side, you can adjust the angle of your feet and your shins. Big breath in. Hug your legs in a little bit closer as you breathe out. And then release your hands and wind your legs. Bring your knees back to that 90-degree angle over your hips. Roll all the way to your right. Stack your left hip knee on top of your right. Keep your hips stacked. Peel open through your left side. Whether or not your left shoulder comes to the ground doesn't matter. Big breath in. Long breath out. And then as you're ready, make your way back to center. Tug your knees into your chest. This time, rock forward and backward along your spine. Make your way to a forward fold, top of your space. Hanging in your first forward fold of class, you can bend your knees enough to rest your belly and your chest on your thighs. Grab opposite arms or elbows or release your hands to the ground. Big breath in. Breathe out. Another breath in. Breathe out. Big breath in. Your exhale, release your hands to the ground if they're not already there. Rock forward and backward along the soles of your feet. Find where you get the best stretch in the backs of your legs. And then from that point on your inhale, take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Engage your quads, fold deeper as you breathe out. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And take a back bend, breathe out. Reach high, breathe in. And dive to the ground, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold, step just your left foot back, low lunge. Ground your left palm, extend your right arm to the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. And on your exhale, draw your shoulders back so there's a little bit more space for your neck. Bend deeper into your right knee. Keep that depth, but push down more firmly through your right foot. Begin to lighten your left fingers. And then as you did on your back, pushing your bent leg into your strap, actively squeeze your right quad and glute. Breathe, big breath in. Got it, breathe out. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the left. Wide-legged forward fold. Spend about 8 full breaths here. Explore whatever stillness or movement feels best to your body in this moment. That might be finding stillness in your fold. That might be taking a twist. That might be bending into one knee at a time. Be taking an inversion. Wherever you're at, come back to noticing your breath. Lean into that space at the top of your breath. Even if that's a quarter second, use that to make your breath out that much more intentional. Few more full breaths here. And then on your next exhale, release your hands beneath your shoulders. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Let's turn back to the top of your space. Low lunge, breathe out. Just bend into your right knee, dip your hips, breathe in. And exhale, straighten your right leg, round your spine. Nudge your left hip forward to square your hips, engage your right quad, press through your right heel. So again, you're using that strength in your quad to help lengthen the back of your leg. Breathe, big breath in. Breathe out. Then reach the top of your head forward, breathe in. Step right into your Shiva squat as you breathe out. Tap your left knee behind your right calf. Shift weight to your right heel. Then deeper into your right knee, and then again, keep that depth in your right knee, but actively push down even more through your right foot. Engage your right quad and your glute. Your fingers can be on the ground, they can be on a prop, they can be hovered. Either wherever they're at, soften your fingers as a means of softening your shoulders. Breathe, big breath in. Keep actively squeezing your right quad and glute. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen through both legs. On your exhale, use your outer right hip to steer your left hip bone down to square your hips. Push through your right foot, let your torso soften over your right leg. For that standing split shape, more like a standing T shape. Engage your left glute, lift your left leg higher. Keep using your outer right hip to steer your left hip bone down. Breathe, big breath in. Engage your left glute, lift your left leg up a little bit more, breathe out. One more breath in. Come back to your Shiva squat as you breathe out. Bend into your right knee, lift the top of your head forward. Shift the weight back to your right heel. Actively squeeze your right quad and glute. And then lengthen through both legs, breathe in. Step back, low lunge. Ground your palm, shift your weight to your left foot, extend your right leg up and back. 3-leg down dog, breathe in. Bend and scorpion as you breathe out. Engage your right glute, lift your right hip up, draw some circles with your right knee. And then on your next exhale, tuck your right knee into your nose, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press up through your mid-upper back, breathe in. Hug your right knee in tighter to your chest, breathe out. Plank pose, breathe in. Stay right here or bring your knees to the ground. Either way, actively press up through your mid-upper backs to get that shoulder contraction. Squeeze your legs together, engage your glutes. Breathe, big breath in. Press down really intentionally through the pads of your fingers and your palms as you breathe out. Actively draw your low belly toward your spine, using that engagement to support your lumbar, your low back. You got it. You're here for another 5. Engage your legs, squeeze your glutes. Actively squeeze your triceps. Big breath in. Slowly lower to the ground. Breathe out. Press your feet into the ground. Draw your low belly in to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, peel your chest up, cobra. Engage everything tighter. Lift your chest up higher. Breathe in. And exhale. Lower down, let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Then this time, reach your arms back behind you like jet or airplane wings. Seal up your legs using the strength from the tops of your inner thighs. Draw your low belly in to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest, fly your arms. Engage your glutes, squeeze your legs together tighter, lift your legs up. Make your arm reach intentional, so reach through your fingers. Squeeze your triceps, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your low belly in tighter to support your low back, so you're supporting minimal arch in your low back. Lift your chest up higher. Squeeze your legs together tighter, lift your legs up. Glutes are strong, triceps are strong. One more breath in. And exhale, lower down. Let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then one more spine strengthener while we're here, taking a hamstring strengthener as well. This time, connect your hands behind you. That could be interlacing your fingers, hooking your thumbs, holding on to something. That right hamstring we just stretched in our standing split, the top of your space. Bend your right knee. Bring your right heel to the outside of your boot. Press your left foot and your leg down into the ground the whole time. Draw your low belly in to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, use your hamstring. Hug your heel to the outside of your boot. Make your arms intentional. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your triceps. Hug your heel in tighter. Maybe begin to lift your right quad. Keep pushing down through your left foot. Got it. Hug your right heel in a tiny bit tighter. One more breath in. And exhale. Lower down. Make your way to your downward facing dog. Your way. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Lower your right knee to the ground, come on up. Find a really subtle tuck of your tail. So you're lengthening your low back. Draw your low belly in and then press your hips forward as you root down through your left foot and your right shin. So you're breathing right into the front of your right quad that's been working. Hip flexor. Breathe. Big breath in. Push down through your connection with the mat. Breathe out. Got it. Big breath in. Actively squeeze both quads. Push into the ground. Breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Slide your left knee in front of your right. Come to sit between your feet. So your left leg is somewhere on top of your right. Your right leg can always be straight. Make sure that both of your sit bones are grounded, so especially your left sit bone on this side. Sit tall. Breathe in. And exhale, hinge forward only so far as your low spine stays long. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Big breath in. Long breath out. Slowly hinge back up. Reach your arms forward. Sit back, unwind your legs into a boat pose, Navasana. Roll your shoulders up and back, lengthen your spine. You can always have hands behind your quads or even hands behind your quads to start to help lengthen your back. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your triceps. Sit up a little bit taller, broaden your chest. You're here for 5. You got this. Sit up a little bit taller, you're here for 4. Squeeze your legs together, you're here for 3. Breathe in. Lower partway down, low boat pose, whatever that looks like for you. Broaden your chest. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your glutes. Actively reach through your fingers. You're here for 3. You got this for 2. Breathe in. Slowly lower your spine to the ground. Extend your feet to the ceiling. Soften your head and your shoulders. Press your feet away from you. On your inhale, lower your legs down to a hover. So your hover height is right above where your low back lifts. So your low back stays grounded the whole time. Exhale, lift back up. Shoulders soft. Again, inhale, lower your legs straight down. Only so far as your low back stays grounded. Exhale, lift up. 3 more here. Inhale, lower down. Squeeze your legs together, shoulders soft. Exhale, lift up. 2 more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Shoulders soft. Pull your low spine toward the ground. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Full happy baby. Bend your knees to the outsides of your ribcage. This time, gently ground your shoulder blades. Push your feet up into your hands or your shins up into your hands. Breathe in. And then exhale, let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then release your feet to the ground, hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels. Press your feet and your arms into the ground. Lift your hips, bridge pose. Without moving your feet, feel as though you're pulling your heels back toward your arms. Counter that, press down more firmly through your shoulder blades, so minimal pressure in your neck. Engage your glutes, lift your hips up, and then as you lift your hips, actively draw your belly button toward your spine to support minimal arch in your low back. 1 more breath in. And then on your exhale, slowly lower to the ground. Let's hug your knees back into your chest. Take any brief intuitive movement here. And then coming back to center, rock forward and backward along your spine. Snake your way back, forward fold, top of your space. Big breath in. Breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Take a back bend, breathe out. Try breathing. Dive to the ground, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold, so just your right foot back, low lunge. Ground your right palm, extend your left arm to the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. And on your exhale, draw your shoulders back. Bend deeper into your left knee. push down even more intentionally through your left foot and lighten your right fingers. Keep that bend in your left knee. Actively squeeze your left quad and glute. Got it. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the right. Wide-legged forward fold. Spend another about 8 full breaths here. Take whatever stillness or movement feels best to your body in this moment. If your feet are on the ground, actively push your feet down into your mat and engage your quads. So you're using that strength in your quads to lengthen the backs of your legs. Few more full breaths. Notice your breath. Slow your breath out relative to your breath in, even if that's 2% longer. Using that long exhale to help slow your heart rate. And then on your next exhale, release your hands beneath your shoulders. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Turn back to the top of your space, low lunge, breathe out. Bend into your left knee, dip your hips, breathe in. And exhale, straighten your left leg, round your spine. Engage your left quad, press through your left heel. Breathe, big breath in. Got it, breathe out. Then lift the top of your head forward, breathe in. Step right into your Shiva squat as you breathe out. Right knee behind your left calf, bend your left knee. Shift weight back to your left heel. Keep this bend in your left knee, but press down even more intentionally through your left foot. Actively squeeze your quad and glute. Breathe, big breath in. Soften your fingers as you breathe out. Inhale, lengthen through both legs. On your exhale, use your outer left hip to steer your right hip bone down, which inevitably means your right leg is going to lower. Once your hip bones are square, recommit to pushing through your left foot, creating space in that left hip crease. And then let your torso and your head soften over your left leg for that standing split shape. Engage your right glute and lift your right leg up higher. Actively squeeze both quads. Keep pushing through your left foot. One more breath in. Exhale, come back, Shiva squat. Then into your left knee, reach the top of your head up. Shift weight back to your left heel. Actively squeeze your quad and glute. Soften your fingers. Breathe, big breath in. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen through both legs. Steer your right hip bone down. Step back, low lunge. Ground your palms. Shift your weight to your right foot. Extend your left leg up and back. 3-leg down dog. Breathe in. Bend in scorpion as you breathe out. Engage your left glute. Lift your left hip. Draw some circles with your left knee. And then on your next exhale, tuck your left knee in toward your nose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press up through your mid-upper back. Breathe in. Hug your left knee in tighter to your chest. Breathe out. Plank pose. Breathe in. Stay right here. Bring your knees to the ground. Either way, bring your forearms to the ground. Forearm plank. Level, roughly speaking, your hips and your shoulders. Push up through your mid-upper back so you have that shoulder contraction. Notice if your fingers are gripping more than is helpful, let them soften. Squeeze your legs together, engage your glutes. Breathe. You're here for 5. You got this. Keep squeezing your legs together. You're here for 4. Squeeze your glutes for 3. Press up through your mid-upper back. You got this. Fingers soft. Breathe in. Lower your hips to the ground. Breathe out. Open your fingers. Draw your arms back. Sphinx pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then press your legs and your feet down even more intentionally. Lift your chest up higher, breathe in. And exhale, lower down, let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then right away to your left hamstring strengthener. Bend your left knee heel to the outside of your glute. Connect your hands behind you. Push your right leg into the ground. Draw your low belly to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, use your hamstring. Hug your left heel to the outside of your glute. Engage everything tight and lift your chest up higher. Make your arms intentional. Squeeze your triceps. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hug your left heel in tighter. Maybe that left quad begins to lift. Your right leg is still strong. Push your right foot into the ground. One more breath in. And exhale. Lower down. Make your way back, down dog, your way. And then from your dog, inhale, press up higher to your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Lower your left knee to the ground, come on up. Subtle tuck of your tail to lengthen your low back. Press your hips forward, root down through your right foot and your left shin. And then actively squeeze both quads. Breathe right into your left rectus femoris, the front of your quad and hip flexor. Breathe. Big breath in. Press into the ground, breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, lower your hands to the ground. Let's slide your right knee in front of your left. Come to sit between your feet. So you're seated with your right leg somewhere on top of your left. Your left leg can always be straight. Make sure your right sit bone is grounded. Sit tall. And then exhale, hinge forward. Only so far as your low spine stays long. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Breathe. Big breath in. Long breath out. And then slowly hinge back up. Unwind your arms, reach forward, unwind your legs into boat pose. Roll your shoulders up and back, squeeze your legs together, squeeze your triceps. Breathe. You're here for 5. Sit up a little bit taller, you're here for 4. Breathe 3. Big breath in. Lower partway down, low boat pose. Breathe 5. Squeeze your legs together, 4. You got this, 3. Broaden your chest, squeeze your legs together, 2. Lower your spine to the ground, feet to the ceiling, soften your shoulders, soften your head. Press your feet away from you, inhale, lower your legs down to your hover height. Exhale, lift back up. One more here, inhale, lower down to your hover. Exhale, lift back up. Bend your knees, reach your, so knees roughly over your hips. Reach your arms forward without momentum, sit back up, boat pose. Roll your shoulders up and back, squeeze your legs together. You're here for 3. You got to sit up a little bit taller, 2. Breathe in. Lower partway down your low boat pose. You're here for 3. You got this for 2. Soften your shoulders, breathe in. Lower your spine to the ground. Feet to the ceiling. Shoulders soft, press your feet away from you, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lower your legs down to your hover height. Exhale, lift back up. One more here. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift back up. One more time, bend your knees roughly over your hips. Reach your arms forward, squeeze your triceps without momentum, sit back up, boat pose. Breathe, big breath in. Lengthen your spine, breathe out. You got it, big breath in. Lower down your low boat pose here, just for a breath in. Squeeze your legs together, breathe out. Lower to your back, last time, feet to the ceiling, shoulders soft. Inhale, lower your legs down to your hover height. Exhale, lift back up. And then happy baby. Ground your shoulder blades, push your feet up into your hands, big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then lower your feet to the ground, hip width. Fingers graze your heels, press your feet and your arms down, lift your hips, bridge pose. Pull your feet in toward your arms. Engage your glutes, lift your hips up higher, press through your shoulder blades. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hug your knees back into your chest. Rock forward and backward along your spine. Make your way back, forward fold, top of your space. Breathe, big breath in. And breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Sink your hips back, reach your arms forward, chair pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Soften the tops of your shoulders, breathe. Big breath in. Exhale, upright twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Use your knees as an indicator of where your hips are. Keep your hips and your knees square. Breathe, big breath in. Exhale, draw your low belly and twist a little bit deeper to the right. So this is analogous to where we started on our backs with that spinal twist with your hips stacked. Come back to center, breathe in. Keep your hips where they're at, hinge, reach the top of your head and your fingers forward. Draw your low belly up and in so there's minimal arch in your low back. Sink your hips down and back, squeeze your legs together. Nice, big breath in. Sit a little bit lower, breathe out. Keep squeezing your legs together, another breath in. Your exit out of this is a drinking bird exhale. Come high into your toes, fly your arms. Breathe, big breath in. Lift your heels up a little bit higher, breathe out. And then stay on your toes. If you're on them, bring your fingers to graze your mat. Rise to standing on your toes, breathe in. And heels to the ground, take it back and let it go. Reach high, breathe in. Sit back, chair pose, breathe out. Big breath in. This time, exhale, hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the right. So left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Sink your hips lower. And then bring your gaze in front of your right toes. Pick your left heel up toward your glute. Use your hamstring strength to hug that left heel in. And then keep this bend in your right knee, but fly your left leg back behind you. Breathe, big breath in. You got it, breathe out. Taking a little bit of an elevator motion here. Push your right foot into the ground, keep your twist, so lengthen your right leg out. Exhale, bend back into your right knee. That left leg is strong the whole time. One more time. Inhale, lengthen out, keep your twist. You got this. Exhale, bend back into your right knee. And then this time, inhale, lengthen out, but open up your arms, revolve your half moon. Push through your right foot. Begin to lighten your left fingers in that twist. You're going to step back, ultimately into a reverse warrior. But visualize before you move. Bend into your right knee. Left toes land and then left heel to the ground, reach up and back. Hold. Adjust your feet so they're where you want them. And then straighten out your right leg. Press your feet into the ground, squeeze your quads, triangle pose. Any variation within your arms that supports length in your sides. Keep actively pushing your feet down, squeeze your quads, just as though you were pushing into straps. So full extension through your knees. Breathe, big breath in. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Hold. Keep this length in your right side. Extended side angle. Bend deeper into your right knee. Bring your gaze back in front of your right foot. You're taking this hip stacked entrance into half moon, which is more wobbly than it would be if your hips were square coming in. Gaze in front of your right foot. Float your left leg, half moon. Stay right here, or use your left hamstring, hug your left heel to your glute. Keep using your outer right hip to peel open through your left side. If you're squeezing that left heel in, lengthen it back up. Use your outer right hip to steer your left hip bone down. Bring your left hand to the ground. Step back, low lunge. You got it. 3 legs down dog, right leg up and back, breathe in. Bend and scorpion, and breathe up. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck your right knee into your nose. And then plank or 3 legs, slide your right leg back. Make your way through your vinyasa your way. Any movement en route back to your downward facing dog. That could be a chaturanga, up dog. That could be lowering to your belly and taking a cobra. Could be coming through a tabletop. Or straight back to your down dog. And then from your dog, inhale, press up higher into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. Left leg. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Push into both feet. Come on up. Crescent lunge. Breathe, big breath in. Exhale, bend deeper into your right knee. Little bend in your right knee. Pull your left heel and your right toes toward each other. Breathe right into the front of your right quad and hip flexor. And then without pushing off your right foot, push into your left foot, float your right leg up, standing ears. Figure 4. So breathe right into that right hip. Find a really subtle tug of your tail, sit down and back into your left heel. Actively squeeze your left quad and glute, and then gently press down through your right knee, breathing right into your right hip. Breathe, big breath in. Soften the tops of your shoulders, breathe out. And then slowly come out of this into your variation of tree pose. Wherever you're at, notice your breath. Slow your breath out. One more breath in. As you're ready, lower your tree. Pedal your heels, roll your shoulders up and back, shake it out. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Take a back bend, breathe out. Reach high, breathe in. Dive to the ground, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Sink your hips back, reach your arms forward, chair pose. And then exhale, upright twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Breathe, big breath in. Sit down and back, squeeze your legs together, breathe out. Come back to center, breathe in, keep your hips low, hinge, reach the top of your head and your fingers forward. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your glutes. Sit down a little bit lower, and then your next exhale is a drinking bird. Come high into your toes, fly your arms. Breathe, big breath in. But pick your heels up a little bit higher, breathe out. Stay on your toes, bring your fingers to graze your mat, rise to standing on your toes. Heels, the ground, take a back bend, let it go. Reach high, breathe in. Sit back, chair pose, this time hands to heart center. Lengthen your spine, prayer twist to the left. Right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Sit your hips down and back. Bring your gaze in front of your left toes. And then slowly float your right heel up to your glute. Use your hamstring to hug it in. Keep that bend in your left knee. Reach your right leg back behind you. And then taking that elevator, keep your twist, but inhale, straighten out your left leg. Exhale, bend back into your left knee. Keep pushing through that left foot the whole time. Right leg is strong. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bend back. This time, inhale, lengthen up, open up, revolve your half moon. Use your outer left hip to steer your right hip bone down. Engage your right glute, lift your right leg. Visualize before you move, you're turning this into a reverse warrior. Bend into your left knee. Reach back. Right heel to the ground. And then straighten your left leg. Triangle pose. Press your feet down, squeeze your quads. Notice your breath. Slow your breath out, even if that's by a couple percent. Big breath in. Breathe out. Bend back into your left knee, reverse your warrior. Keep this length in your left side body. Extended side angle. Bend deeper into your left knee. Gaze in front of your left toes. And then you're finding that stacked hip entry into half moon. Got it. Use your outer left hip to peel open through your right side. Stay right here. Maybe use your hamstring. Hug your heel into your glute. And then if that leg is hugging in, extend it back out. Use your outer left hip to steer your right hip bone down. Right hand to the ground. Step back, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, left leg up and back, breathe in. Bend in scorpion, breathe out. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck your left knee into your nose. And then plank or 3 legs, make your way through your vinyasa your way. Any movement en route back to your downward facing dog. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. And then right leg lifts. Inhale, extended high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Press into both feet. Come on up. Crescent lunge. Little bend in your left knee. Without moving your feet, pull your feet together. Breathe right into the front of your left quad and hip flexor. Breathe, big breath in. Got it, breathe out. Then push through your right foot, but without momentum. Float your left leg up. Standing earrings. And then figure 4. So left ankle over your right quad. Soften your shoulders. Actively squeeze your standing right quad and glute. Slow your breath out. Breathe. Big breath in. Gently press down through your left knee, breathing right into your left hip. And then slowly unwind this into your tree pose. Any variation of tree. Back to noticing your breath. One more breath in. Lower your tree. Breathe out, pedal out your heels, shake it out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Take a back bend, breathe out. Reach high, breathe in. We're here just as a transition, sit back, chair pose. Lean and fly your arms. Connect your hands behind you as long as this works for your shoulders. Shine your chest open. And then keep your bind forward fold. Tuck your chin toward your chest, turn your head side to side, massage your neck. And then come back to center, release your hands, take a halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold, bend your knees, squat down. Bring your sit bones to the ground, come right to your back, hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. And then seal off your practice in any way that feels most restful and restorative to you. We've already done a lot of twisting and hip opening, but that might be one more hip opener or one more spinal twist, one more upside down shape. Could be coming straight to your Shavasana. And then you do arrive in that final shape of class. Come back to noticing your breath. Thank you for being here to share yourself and your practice, even in virtual space, and for letting me share that practice with you. Namaste.